Om Swastiastu. Halo Sobat Polri.
Today we are in Taman Ayu Temple. This is one of the venues to welcoming the delegates of the G20 Presidency in Bali. And now we will explore this place furthermore with Mrs. Putu Chandrawati.
What could we bring from the Balinese culture to this G20 presidency?
Well, Bali is rich in its cultural and touristic attraction, and in this place alone we can explore a lot of things, starting from the architecture and then the handicrafts, as well as the temple itself, and dances, and many more.
Okay, I saw so many beautiful decorated standing bamboo. Can you show us what is that, ma'am?
Ah, you mean the curved decorated bamboos?
Yeah.
They are called penjor.
Oh.
And we also have those stuff here. Why don't we just go right to that place?
Yeah, sure.
Is what I meant by penjor on our right and left side along this path.
So what is penjor symbolized for?
Penjor is, well, actually at the beginning it is a sacred decoration that is intended to lift up any festival, especially the traditional ceremonies in Bali. For example, like in Galungan ceremony and so on. But recently, penjor is started to be used widely in almost every celebrations, events. It's like this G20 Presidency, and I guess it's gaining its popularity nowadays.
Okay, so why it has to be penjor in this G20 presidency?
Well, I believe penjor has something special related to G20 presidency. The penjor, according to the folk manuscript, has a tale of Anantaboga dragon as well as Basuki dragon, which is a representation of welfare and prosperity. And by that, we can understand that G20 presidency is hope to further the environment wellness, improvement in any respect that people are paid for the environment, as well as the welfare of the people globally, and which means this G20 presidency, by using penjor and presenting it in every event, is giving us better perspective on how this summit is going to be held.
Is there the most iconic traditional Bali dances?
Sure, we have many dances, and for sure when we have prominent guests coming to Bali, they are welcome with welcoming dances like the Pependetan or Sekar Jagat, Panyambrama, and so on. And what I can well remember, yesterday the delegates of the B20 is also involved in this particular place, and they are all welcome with the Pendet as well as the Panyambrama dance. And by those dances, in every of its move and motion, they all express gratitude to the Almighty God, as well as gratitude to the notable guests that have spent their time and capabilities to come and visit our beautiful island. Besides those welcoming dances, the delegates of G20 presidencies are also welcome with special performance of Barong and Rangda dance. Let's go to that side to really see in detail how is Barong actually look. This is part of the dance that I talked about just now. the Barong and Rangda dance, in which Barong is a symbol of a good. And in that dance, Barong dance is a performance of two spirits, the good and the evil one. And Barong and Rangda dance is an eternal fight between the good and the evil or bad ones. And so this Barong dance is very much influenced by the Chinese invasion to Indonesia, in particular to Bali. And so they, as you can learn from the history, in China they have like barongsai, and this is a typical Balinese. I believe that it is important for all of us to understand that the concept of Barong and Rangda dance is very important to be presented in G20 Presidency, because the symbol that this dance brings or offers give us a highlight of this special summit. It is hope that at the end, G20 Presidency could bring a better hope and vision for the people around the world, and to make sure that we all can work together hand in hand, and in order to strive, in order to live, in order to be resilient towards the just passing pandemic, and to be stronger along the way ahead.
Excuse me, ma'am. Could you explain who is this man with black uniform, and do they have a role in this place?
Yeah, of course. These are called pecalang in Balinese, and they are actually a local wisdom, one of the local wisdom in here, and they are part of the Bakamda, or the local security, and its main role is to maintain security along with the police as well as the army.
Okay.
And the synergy that the Bakamda and the police will be making sure to us that this G20 presidency will run smoothly. I'm in a big hope that this G20 presidency is an official dialogue that will bridge all member countries to develop a strong, resilient, and sustainable recovery after the pandemic worldwide. And so all the vision and its mission go in line with the national interest as well as the interests of the developing countries all over the world.
Okay.
Do you have any message to the young generation in case to conserve our culture?
Sure. Young generation is the root of its nation. And Indonesia, Bali in particular, becoming interesting because of its culture. And so the people, especially the young generation, have to deeply rooted in that culture and maintain as well as preserve their own culture by becoming unique and becoming distinctive by what they have, being grateful for that, and of course keep on learning and doing what they love, being creative, as well as explore more to the environment around their living place, as well as to pay attention on what is going on around the world. So in that way, our young generation will not lose their traits, and they will become a strong member of the universe and the world for sure.
Thank you, Mrs. Putu Chandrawati, for your time and for inviting us to explore this beautiful place.
My pleasure.
So let's make the most of this G20 presidency by being positive and creative in any way we can. Recover together, recover stronger. Salam presisi.